Hey, welcome to our channel, Defensive Earth. Today's video is most interesting topic on top secret military aircraft that were never built. Throughout history, military aviation has been shaped by ambitious, cutting-edge projects, some that changed the course of warfare and others that never left the drawing board. Behind closed doors, secret prototypes, classified blueprints, and revolutionary aircraft designs were conceived but ultimately canceled due to budget cuts, technical failures, or shifting strategic priorities. In this deep dive, we'll explore some of the most fascinating top-secret military aircraft that were never built, planes that could have dominated the skies but remained nothing more than engineering marvels. Number 10 is Aurora Spy Plane, a hypothetical hypersonic mystery. For years, rumors have swirled about a secret hypersonic aircraft called Aurora, a black project developed by the U.S. government to replace the SR-71. Alleged sightings of triangular-shaped high-speed aircraft and mysterious sonic booms fueled speculation. While no official proof of Aurora exists, many believe the U.S. has developed hypersonic reconnaissance planes in secret. And number 9 is Rockwell XF-108 failed vertical takeoff and landing fighter. The Rockwell XF-108 was an attempt to build a vertical takeoff and landing fighter for the U.S. Navy, much like today's F-35B. However, its thrust-to-weight ratio was so poor that it couldn't lift itself off the ground. Only one prototype was built before the program was scrapped in favor of more practical vertical takeoff and landing designs. And number 8 is Douglas X-3 Stiletto A jet, too fast for its own good. The X-3 Stiletto was an experimental aircraft. From the 1950s, designed for extreme speed and maneuverability, its sleek, needle-like fuselage looked like something from a sci-fi movie, but it suffered from an underpowered engine, preventing it from reaching its intended Mach 2 speeds. While the project failed, lessons learned contributed to later supersonic aircraft like the F-104 Starfighter, and number 7 is Lippisch P-13, Nazi Germany's supersonic coal-powered fighter during WWST. Nazi engineers devised bizarre experimental aircraft, one of the strangest being the Lippisch P-13A, a proposed supersonic fighter powered by coal. With a radical delta-wing design and no conventional jet engine, it relied on ramjet technology and onboard coal combustion for propulsion. It never progressed beyond wind tunnel tests, and the war ended before it could be built. And number 6 is A-12 Avenger II, the stealth bomber that never flew. In the 1980s, the U.S. Navy planned to replace its aging A-6 intruder with the A-12. Avenger II, a cutting-edge flying-wing stealth bomber. Designed for aircraft carriers, the A-12 was meant to penetrate enemy defenses undetected. However, spiraling costs, delays, and technical issues forced its cancellation in 1991 after billions of dollars had already been spent. And number 5 is Sukhoi T-4, Soviet XB-70. Rival the Soviet supersonic Titan during the Cold War, the USSR developed the Sukhoi T-4, a massive supersonic bomber meant to challenge the American XB-70 Valkyrie. Capable of speeds up to Mach 3, it was one of the most advanced aircraft ever designed in the Soviet Union. However, technological difficulties, high costs, and changes in Soviet military doctrine led to its cancellation after just one prototype. And at number 4 is Lockheed YF-12, the secret interceptor that became the SR-71 Blackbird before the legendary SR-71 Blackbird. Lockheed's Skunk Works developed the YF-12, a high-speed interceptor capable of Mach 3.2. The U.S. Air Force planned to use it as a long-range, high-speed missile platform to counter Soviet bombers. However, budget constraints and shifting defense priorities led to its cancellation. Its technology lived on in the SR-71, the fastest reconnaissance aircraft ever built. And number 3 is XB-70, Valkyrie A Mach 3 bomber that almost became reality. The North American XB-70 Valkyrie was designed in the 1960s to outrun Soviet defenses at speeds exceeding Mach 3. With its massive size and futuristic delta-wing design, it was intended to replace the B-52. However, advances in surface-to-air missile, SAM technology, made high-speed bombers vulnerable. Only 2 prototypes were built before the program was canceled in favor of long-range missiles and stealth aircraft. Number 2 is Lockheed L-133, Starjet America's first jet fighter, too advanced for its time. In the late 1930s, Lockheed engineers envisioned the L-133 Starjet, a futuristic jet-powered fighter decades ahead of its time. With a sleek, streamlined body and turbojet engines, it could have revolutionized aerial combat before World War II. However, the U.S. military dismissed it, believing piston-engine fighters were sufficient at the time. The concept was abandoned, but its innovations influenced later jet designs, and number 1 is Boeing X-20 Dinosaur, the space plane that never was. Before the space shuttle, the U.S. Air Force had a dream, a reusable space plane that could conduct reconnaissance, strike enemy satellites, and even drop nuclear weapons from orbit. The Boeing X-20 Dinosaur, conceived in the 1950s, was meant to be a hypersonic manned space plane launched atop a Titan rocket. However, the project was scrapped in 1963 due to high costs and the rise of the Apollo program. The planes that never were, while these aircraft were never built or never reached full production, their designs influenced the future of aviation. Some were too ambitious, others victims of shifting budgets and military strategies. But their legacy lives on in the advanced aircraft flying today. Which of these secret aircraft fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more incredible military history videos.